What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another review with myself and
Your distinguished guest, Janae.
my niece for Insecure season 4, episode 7. So let's be clear, like this episode didn't really do it for us, right?
The title is low key tripping, but this episode was low key boring. No, actually, it was high key.
It was,
This was
yeah.
like a low key filler episode.
Here's the thing: we were cool with last week being all about Issa and what happened after the fight. We could care less about Molly. Like we don't. We don't care that Molly did all these stuff. So anyway, let's just get into it. So what we find out is that Molly actually saw Issa coming. She was sitting there ordering this food, being indecisive at the Ethiopian restaurant, and she saw Issa pull up and she was ready for it. She was like, here we go. And that's when she got on her phone and was playing like she was unbothered, only to look up a minute later and see Issa pulling off, and her feelings was like, what? Like, she don't want to talk to me. Then, so she goes back, she's packing. Come to find out her and Andrew are going on a vacation. Now, that is an important step in a relationship. That means that that is important. And she's meeting family at the same time. She's meeting the brother and his wife. So, we have a lot going on with Molly and her situation. Now, and of course, she's complaining about Issa and how Issa ain't want to talk to her. And
she's still in her feelings.
Right. Because she really feel like Issa owe her a whole apology. And the more and more I think about it, just the more and more I'm just convinced that Issa ain't do nothing wrong. But anyway, so not in this situation.
Molly's a mean girl.
Right. So she finds out she has to go to work for a meeting. And when she gets there, she like snaps at her. I don't know if it's her assistant.
I think it's her assistant.
Yeah. She like straight up snaps at her because she was like, how come I didn't know about this meeting? Well, when you don't tell me, it makes me look stupid. And it was real nasty.
Like when she gave her that energy, I was like, you know what? She's so used to talking to Issa like that, and this was like I guess like maybe the night after or a couple nights after she had saw Issa. So probably all that energy she was ready to give Issa, she just gave to the next person who messed something up.
Yeah, she was really giving. I felt like that was real rude. I thought that was gonna be a moment between her and Andrew. No, her and the dude from work. I thought something at work was gonna have something to do with a case he was dealing with her or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so they're at the airport. They get on the plane. They are in economy plus, honey. So that is not quite.
They want all the pluses,
class, right? And they want all the pluses. And we have another cameo by my girl Kim Fields. Okay, Kim Fields is like that annoying. I just left my husband, but I'm gonna spend up all his money before the divorce. Like that chick. It was cool. So they're going to Mexico. They're flying, and they had given each other this assignment that they were each gonna bring something special, like sexually. Yeah. And so Molly bought a whole like black 2-piece bra and panty set that I feel like Andrew has seen a million times before.
She probably had something from Notori or somewhere, and it was just like, all right, this is what I got. I'm stepping my game up. Something a little more expensive. And the 3 figures instead of the 2. And he just wasn't impressed.
He wasn't impressed. Because he bought a whole toy store with him. Okay? He bought all kinds of stuff. And so he was like, I might have misunderstood.
The assignment?
No. Right. No, you misunderstood your girlfriend's freaky level. Okay? That's what you misunderstood. Anyway. But they did. It was cool. It was a moment. Yeah. So they did have a moment on the balcony. I guess that was her way of making up. They was on the balcony. And they had done something on the plane. I don't think they had the full situation, but they got into some things on the plane. Okay. So, we meet the brother, and the brother, he seems cool, but he seems very like tuck his polo into his shorts with a belt type guy.
Yeah. He's the one who's organizing the trip. He's like type A.
The planner.
Yeah.
So, again, nothing real exciting to me. They went on a hike. Molly was complaining, but then they got to the top and she loved the view. Then they zip lined down. She didn't think she could do it, and she was like, I did it. Yeah. So, okay.
Boring.
Now, Nathan, though, called, and Nathan couldn't get out the garage, right? It was something he couldn't get out the garage. And Nathan was talking him through it. I mean, Andy. We found out that his name, Andy. Andy was talking him through it, and we hear Issa's voice in the background. So of course, as soon as he hangs up the phone, what does Molly do? Molly gets, she gets all self-righteous, talking about, oh, so I guess Issa just gonna go and get back with him now. Oh, so we just gonna go backwards now, and
that's Andy's best friend,
right? Then she called him a no good. She call him no good or something, or ain't or can't get exactly right or something. But it was something real disrespectful. That if that's your best friend, like as soon as she said, you could see the look on Andy's face. Right. But what I will give him credit for is he was like, I ain't in it. Like I'm not entertaining that.
Do you see Issa here in Mexico?
Right. I'm not entertaining you and Issa's bullshit right here. So then he was like, well, he really was kind of going through something when all that went down. And she told me something like what? Like what? He was like some mental health stuff. Then all of a sudden her whole face, oh, well, did Issa know? Well, maybe if you had let him talk to Issa on was it her birthday or Molly's birthday? It was somebody's damn birthday.
Yeah, I forgot, but he's like,
I think it was Issa's birthday.
I think it was Issa's birthday because I think she like
because she totally yeah.
Like, no.
So maybe if you had let him talk to Issa, or at least even after her birthday, told Issa he had come to see her, they could have had that moment. Now we know that Nathan did eventually talk to her and explain to her about he had a little mental health situation, but he really did try to reach out to Issa sooner than Issa thought he did. Yeah. And again, that's on you, Molly. That's on you.
You think a little bit of her feels maybe guilty about that?
No, I don't. I think Molly has convinced herself that she was right.
I agree.
Because even in that scene, she still, the thing about Molly is one of those people that it's like she doesn't believe in forgiveness, but she always wants forgiveness. Like with her dad, she was still holding on to a grudge. And like her brother told her, you act like dad cheated on you. Like that was between mom and dad, and mom forgave him. Like, and I'm not saying she can't have a feeling about it because that is her father and she was disappointed and all of that. But she just holds these grudges like Lawrence, like Nathan, like she holds these grudges so long and so hard, and it's like, damn, but when she messes up, everybody's supposed to just be like, oh, we accept your apology and move on.
Yeah, because at the baby thing, when they were all at the house doing laundry and looking at the little girl, I didn't like how when she saw Lawrence and Issa talking, it was just like, oh, look at what she doing. She back to same old, making the same mistakes. And it's just like, you don't even know everything that happened. Like, you didn't even, like, ask what the conversation was about. Like,
she just automatically, and then she automatically assumes the worst. Like, she said, oh, so I guess Issa's just back with Nathan now. And he was like, nah, I think they're just hanging out. It's like she's one of those people that, like, when she cuts you off, like, that is it. Like, there's no redemption with her. Yeah. Excuse me, that went down wrong. But other than that, the next thing we see, finding LaToya found his way to Mexico, child. In Spanish, okay?
Yes.
In Espanol. The only other thing was the situation at the pool where Molly went to go get a towel because some water, that's that salt water down there, had gotten in the brother's wife's eye. And the lady asked Molly for her key card, but didn't ask the other lady for her key card.
The two white people in front of her.
Yeah. Like
they asked for towels and it was just like, oh, here you go.
Right. And Molly turned it into a whole Martin Luther King, we shall overcome moment. And I feel like the brother was playing devil's advocate and really trying to push her buttons and was making it seem like, well, what if it wasn't racism? What if it was just her doing her job? What if it wasn't, why are you taking it to the fact that they didn't ask the white people, but they asked you because you're black? And, and of course, then they got into it. And Molly said some offensive things too.
She did, because it was, what she say? She said something like...
She said, y'all the only people of color when it's convenient.
Yeah, and then they started speaking in their native tongue, Andy and his brother, and it was just like, I'm still right here. I need y'all to speak English. Right. And then that's when the sister-in-law was kind of like, okay, I was with you until then, but you're not going to be speaking to my husband like that.
Right, you're not going to be, right, I'm going to need you to... But they kind of got into it, and then Andrew, he did yell at his brother and tell his brother to knock it off. But I feel like Molly wanted Andrew to do more, or
even like she told the brother to F off when she left.
She did. She was like, "Fuck you," and Andrew, like, you need to get your brother.
Yes, get your brother. You know what that means. Deal with him.
Right, and she gets out the pool, and we see that the next day he lets her sleep in. They not hanging out with the brother, and he said, well, he did apologize, but I don't think he apologized. Do you think the brother apologized?
No,
I don't
because
think the
even when they
brother
were in the pool, he was just like,
apologized.
maybe it's not a black and white thing. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Right.
You know what? What if her manager would have yelled at her? Like, he just kept saying things like that.
Yeah, I don't think the brother apologized because notice they did not spend any more time together the rest of that trip.
After that argument
That was
happened,
it.
you saw them in bed, and then you
That
saw
was
them at
it.
the airport.
And Molly was like, "Did I ruin things? Did I ruin it?" I ain't gonna say you ruined it, but I am gonna say you made it real uncomfortable for everybody
She put a
involved.
damper on the trip.
She did, because everybody was getting along right, fine. So then, they come home. We got to hurry up. That's mom. So then they came back and they're in the airport. And who did she run into in the airport?
She runs into Lawrence.
She's clearly.
I like Lawrence.
She's Team Lawrence. She runs into Lawrence, and we see, and they have this awkward moment where they don't know whether to hug each other or not. And then she introduces him to, to Andrew and everything. And then on his way out of the airport, we see Lawrence call somebody and say, "Yeah, I've been thinking about you. I need to see you."
Yeah, like let's get drinks or something. And
that's where the episode ends. We're not going to talk about what we saw in the previews. That's where the episode ends.
Look,
so the question is, well, we know in the previews who it was. But the question was he calling Condola or was he calling Issa?
We thought different people.
Or maybe just somebody all different altogether.
We thought different people. I was right, of course.
You still weren't. Child. Anyway.
I was right.
Anyway, any final words? Because that was pretty much the episode.
Yeah, like this episode was slow.
They really could have kept this episode. I really didn't like it.
If we were gonna have like a character episode, the character that I want to know more about is the character whose name I cannot remember right now. But it's the friend who always argues with Issa's brother.
Kelly
I
crazy
would
ass.
have seen an episode about Kelly than Molly, and that's not because I find Molly to be annoying. Sometimes, like I just think Kelly's interesting, and I feel like that could have maybe added more somehow, like bring her and Tiff in a little more. But this episode was okay. It was just like a filler one, like I didn't.
But my thing is, when you only giving me
excited.
10 episodes, I don't need filler.
Yeah.
We only getting 10.
Yeah.
So
they could have done more.
No more filler, Insecure. No more filler.
Oh, but guess who directed it? Tell him.
Jay Ellis directed this episode. So congrats to you, Jay Ellis. Big up. Shouts out to you. All right. Anything else before I hit the button?
No, because like I said, this episode didn't give me much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Kisses without Corona.
Bye.